Hello and welcome to Chip Advisor. Welcome back to part 2 of our Christmas buffet special. Part 1 was primarily Harry's Christmas, which I know a lot of you will have enjoyed, but we thought we'd separate it. So if you weren't particularly interested in that, just wanted to know how strongly Mike feels about pickled onions, then you can listen to this episode just on its own. So here we go. Enjoy part 2. The Christmas buffet then. What are your essential items? Let's go, Lewis. You're from London, so it'll be extraordinarily eels, I imagine.
Well, if I'm going to go just sort of route one, I definitely need some. I need some hot bread rolls.
Oh, good.
Oh.
For breakfast. Eating them all for breakfast.
Hot bread rolls, and this is the time where we're a margarine family during the rest of the year, but this is a time for proper butter.
Out it comes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah. I've got nothing bad to say about that. Yeah. So you just effectively so just to confirm, your buffet is bread and butter.
Well, that's you need something to put some of your items in. I thought I just got one item. I thought that's an essential.
Okay.
That's a staple of your buffet.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So what else you got?
Okay. Right. Prawns.
Oh my goodness. Wait, then what sort of prawns? Are we talking the ones that you get that are frozen and in like breadcrumbs, or are you just talking what prawns?
It's breadcrumbs.
Yeah, you know, like like king prawns in breadcrumbs.
No, I'm talking little ones that can go in your bread roll.
Lewis. No, come on. Come on.
Oh,
gosh.
And then just to impress, then I'm joining Harry with a bit of smoked salmon.
Gosh, no.
Lovely.
Right there.
I hadn't planned on pressing this button at all.
No.
Right.
Oh.
Shall I stop there and let someone else have a chance? I know I've taken a few things off of
Basically,
your list.
it's just a fish sandwich. Horrible.
Fish. I mean, that's not everything I'm having, but I think that is a key component of my in-laws' Christmas buffet, and I'm on board with it.
Harry, talk to us. Bring some class to the situation.
Yeah, so essentially our buffet was the leftovers from the day before, plus some other items, which principally would be a jacket potato.
What?
Ooh,
what is going on here?
Oh, that is controversial.
Yeah.
Not a buffet. What is going on?
Darkness, my old friend.
But the jacket potato.
I mean, let me level with you chaps.
Right.
We didn't really have a Christmas buffet.
Right.
It was
That's ridiculous.
But we did have a sort of more deconstructed meal on Boxing Day.
Right.
Yeah, okay, but let me run you quickly through my Boxing Day because Auntie Jane is going to want to be reminded of it. We went for a walk on Studland Beach on Boxing Day.
Right.
Come rain, snow, and sunshine, which happened very
rarely. The nudist part of the Studland Beach, or
there wouldn't be many nudists on Boxing Day.
Okay.
Or they were hiding behind the sand dunes. Never saw a nudist on Studland Beach.
Okay.
So we'd do that, and we'd get back about 3:00 from that, and then the jacket potatoes go in, and then you have that with the turkey and the ham because we have a ham on Boxing Day.
Okay.
A big old one from the butchers in Alderholt, presumably. Oh no, actually, sorry, tell a lie. Prices in Fordingbridge. Don't know.
Yes.
Does that still exist?
That's
where the turkey came from. That's where the bird was from, and
Right.
I used to love it in there because they had a little kiosk where the lady was on the till, separate from the chaps who were cutting up the meat. And on a Christmas Eve, you could find my mother sometimes in a queue, pretty much down to just down to Carl Hillwood, I suppose. Along.
Welcome, international listeners, to the layout of Fordingbridge Town Centre.
References that are being lost to our listeners in Bhutan.
if you didn't get there before 9 o'clock, it could be Harrison's the tobacconist. And if you're at Philpotts, you're in big trouble. But anyway, I mean, you're practically meeting the people from the butchers the other end of the town. By that mini roundabout, that's very difficult to navigate because there's three. It really is. There's three carriageways coming into that mini roundabout, and no one knows what's going on. Anyway, sorry. So we'd have that, and then we'd have salad and stuff, and crisps essentially. And
right. Now we're sort of getting there now. Some salads and crisps. Okay.
Pringles weren't invented when Harry was younger.
Yeah, salads, crisps, never a Pringle. The pigs in blankets, which is the cornerstone of any Christmas buffet. I said to Amy this morning, we're going to be doing about Christmas buffet, and she said pigs in blankets immediately.
Excellent.
We had a terrible scenes a few years ago when we went to my in-laws for Christmas dinner, and there was only about 3 pigs in blankets each, and Amy stormed from the table practically. And then so we invited Auntie Jane and family for New Year's Day, and I had to cook literally 100 pigs in blankets.
Right.
Just to make sure that there would be enough for everyone to have.
Fantastic in the air fryer, guys. Fantastic in the air fryer.
Fantastic. Oh, they'd be cold though. This is the thing.
The
meat at the buffet is cold. It's obviously hot at Christmas dinner. Then leftover stuffing.
Okay.
That was it. And then
stuffing?
Yeah.
What?
I can make that work.
Ugh. Who's leaving? What? Yeah, okay.
I can make that work.
So, okay, you're thinking of balls of Saxo, Phil, I can tell.
No, I'm not. How dare you? I can make my own stuffing.
The old boy used to have a stuffing that had 86 ingredients in it.
Gosh,
and and it was a bit labour intensive, but so we'd have it would fill up the turkey. That's why that's why I had to put it on at 3 a.m. So it
none of my staples have been mentioned.
No, I'm wondering what's going on here.
There's just to say there's no quiche. There's there's any of that paraphernalia. It's essentially leftovers with a bit of salad, crisps, and jacket potato.
So having looked into the history of buffets a little bit, sort of 17th century is when people first started, having buffets, and the main cause of it was when gentlemen callers would come round.
I beg your pardon?
Yes, you heard me. A gentleman caller might come round to woo a lady, and the lady might have to quickly make some food. And it would be a selection of things because she hadn't got time to cook, and it'd be a selection of cold things. And this was in France, and they called it a buffet, and that's where the name came from. It was all to do with gentlemen callers. And then in Scandinavia, you may have heard the word smorgasbord. I think it's a very very overused word now because people say it to sound cool. No, it's a smorgasbord of this, that, and the other, when they clearly mean selection. But smorgasbord makes them sound, hip. The Scandinavians, highbrow. The Scandinavians argue that they have been doing buffets for a lot longer than the French. Regardless, really, it's always something that can be handheld and eaten when standing. That's what a buffet traditionally was, and because the table won't have been laid when these gentlemen callers come round necessarily. So it might be something you stand and eat. So something that's easy to pick up. So when Harry started talking about jacket potatoes, which in my eyes are
ludicrous,
often molten and also quite chunky, unless you've made little jacket potato skins, out of, I don't know, baby new potatoes, then a whole jacket potato seems insane to me personally. And also any fish, very slippery.
It's not finger food, is it? A jacket potato.
Surely fish though. You're in Scandinavia. You're in France.
Yeah.
There's going to be fish going on in that buffet.
In Scandinavia, fish is heavy on the list of things on their smorgasbord. Yes.
So some say we're quite traditional in our approach in my house.
Traditional if you lived in Scandinavia and not deepest, darkest Dorset.
See, I think you're describing a finger buffet, which is slightly different to a normal buffet.
Well, what? How do they differ? What? Surely a finger buffet, and you can say buffet, that's fine. But But surely a finger buffet is a buffet.
Well, it is a buffet in and of itself, but
Not if you added
can
jacket
also-
potatoes. It's not.
If you
Not
can
if you're
also
adding
have
jacket
a
potatoes.
sit-down buffet where everything is before you, and you just help yourself.
Oh,
That
that's
is
not a
buffet.
buffet. That's
Oh,
a
yeah.
shared meal.
That's
Yeah,
a
I'm not-
smorgasbord.
I'm not thinking of sitting down, around the table with our buffet.
Yeah, but
No, not
on
at
a-
Christmas. Gosh, no, because
No.
there's too many people. You've got to take it back to someone's sofa and try not to spill beetroot, which is integral at Christmas, on
Amen.
someone's sofa.
with fresh or in vinegar.
Oh, vinegar.
In vinegar.
ideally.
No.
Can I talk?
No,
Can I
no,
talk
no.
through my top 3 because none of them have been mentioned, and I'm really confused.
Okay, Michael. But
I
we
think
must-
I know one of them that's coming.
Go on
Okay,
then.
the first one is sausage rolls.
Overrated. I knew that was coming.
Hot sausage rolls, little mini
No.
ones.
No.
Okay, well, they should be there.
Homemade ones. I'm with you.
Okay, and then cheese. Why the heck has nobody mentioned
Yeah,
cheese?
cheeseboard is on my
Yeah.
would be on
Yeah,
my
no.
list. Absolutely.
Okay, good. And then
did
pickled
mention-
onions. Pickled
Yes.
onions is the last one.
No way.
Yeah, I love a pickled onion.
No.
Okay.
Why not, Harry?
What for on Christmas Day you're going to have a pickled onion after all that
Yeah.
other food?
Of
I think-
course.
Yeah.
I think anything kind of pickled on a Christmas buffet is good.
Yeah.
Pickled beetroot, pickled onion, and I know this is for some of
Don't
you.
say
Pickled gherkin,
Oh,
Oh,
I knew you were going
gosh.
to say it. Knew you were going to say it.
not egg.
Oh, God.
Pickled gherkins.
Oh.
I don't mind a pickled gherkin. Don't get me wrong; they're fine in their place, but no, not on Christmas Day. No. So
Right,
you've eaten all that food, and then you're going to eat some pickled onions.
But it's
Of
a
course
different
you
stomach.
are.
It's a different
You
stomach,
wonder
and
why your bowels are so horrendous.
the thing is, if you skip Lewis's church, right, then you can have lunch at a normal time.
Yeah.
And then you're having dinner around 6:00. You're having your buffet around 6:00, and you've had lunch at a normal time. It's not as outrageous.
Right. I mean, I would like to that. I'm home by 11:45. Just
Yeah,
putting it out there.
sorry. Yeah, I haven't been to one of your Christmas Day services. In fact,
No.
we used to get sent to church when we were younger because there was a minibus that picked us up and the parents wanted us out of the house. So, I mean, I don't know if that would be allowed these days. And nothing untoward happened, but effectively a minibus went around and collected our kids.
To be clear, we are not making any accusations.
No, I very much enjoyed my childhood. Thank you for that. But on Christmas Day, we never went to church. It was almost like we were the opposite of other people's.
It was almost like it wasn't Jesus' birthday.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, you'd done all that. You'd done that for weeks beforehand.
Oh, yeah, that's the mistake. isn't
So
it?
come Christmas Day for me was all about family. It was the one day of the year where I genuinely, whether I wanted to or not, like in my heart, in my head, I wanted us all to be together.
Oh,
and
that's
so,
nice.
it was a really special day in that respect. And I
Note
would
the
not
term
take, I
was,
would not
now
take
he's
phone
got
calls.
kids.
Phil will tell you, Phil's wife will tell you that
Uh-oh.
I used to get very upset if she'd call on Christmas Day. Very upset indeed.
Oh,
It's a
did you have a
family
bus-
day.
Did you have a bus stop at one point?
No, I don't think we had a bus stop.
No.
No.
Don't start that rumor.
The people the people in your family weren't allowed to talk to anybody else on
Family,
Christmas Day.
yes, but she was a mere girlfriend at the time.
Oh
were
right,
we
good.
were
I was going to
courting.
say. Oh,
yeah.
I thought you weren't allowed to speak to her on Christmas Day. I thought that's a bit much.
Oh, no, I mean, he was living with her when he was married, so no, that's fine. But
yeah.
but when a girlfriend, no, I used to get a bit upset about girlfriends calling over Christmas Day.
Mainly
What,
envy.
because no one ever rang you.
Mainly- Mainly
Yeah.
envy. If
So-
I'd let all my girlfriends call me on Christmas Day, we'd not have had no time to open presents, guys.
One at a time, very slowly.
Play
All
on
your
player.
You
Oh,
wouldn't.
yeah.
You wouldn't have been able to go around the house saying, "Don't open that yet. Don't
No.
have any fun.
Oh.
Open that when I tell you. You've got to open it."
So the buffet.
Crikey.
Oh yeah, the
buffet,
buffet.
then.
Yeah.
The buffet.
Yeah.
Come on now, people. So the Christmas buffet, coleslaw, potato salad.
Yes.
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 Views. I know. I've just said that it's food you can pick up with your finger.
You
So-
quite.
Controversial, I appreciate, but with a fork, and maybe if you don't have to use a knife, then it's fair.
Paper plate.
Oh, paper
Uh,
plate.
I can't remember. Mum
Paper
did
plate.
that,
Plastic
to be honest.
cutlery.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
And-
something like
and-
that.
and it doesn't matter whether it goes together or not. I will lob it all in a sandwich.
Are you putting your sweet part to your buffet
Whoa!
also on the same plate?
No, they're not.
No.
They're not coming out until the savoury's done, mate. We do sweet. We do
Oh,
savoury, then we do
right.
sweet.
And
Okay.
you've got enough buffet food to last you a good few days.
Yes.
till-
Yeah.
Now, let me come to that. There is always enough buffet food that lasts for a few days. Now, my in-laws put on a very good buffet, but I do have issues with their storage of sausage rolls from
Okay.
day to. So
We've all got issues.
So they've. I only discovered this after many years of being married, but the sausage rolls from your Boxing Day buffet in their house go into a plastic box, fine,
Okay. Yeah.
and then sit on top of the fridge for many days.
Oh.
I mean, this is meat-based. This should be in the fridge, shouldn't it?
Yeah,
Back
I
me up,
agree.
Pooh. I mean,
should be.
and they look at me like I'm insane that this is the way. This isn't the way to do it.
It's difficult though because fridge space is always at a capacity, isn't it?
But can you imagine getting a piece of ham and just sort of leaving it at room temperature for 3 days?
Not in
and
Harry's
then-
house. Not with that cat.
Yeah.
Gents, I'm going to have to love you and leave you, but
Oh no.
but you can carry on. You can carry on without me, Mike. You can look up the questions we've been sent in. So I will edit this all later.
All right. Bye for now.
So, yeah, enjoy the rest of the pod.
Oh, off he pops. Well, I've only got 5 minutes for stuff now, so we better rattle through some of these
Okay.
questions.
Right.
Yeah, let's go through them.
Shall I see if I can find some?
Oh, go on then.
I've got it. So, are cheese football the kings of the caddy? If not, what are your top 3 caddies?
What does that mean?
I wonder if he's referring to crisps.
Is he
Cheese
talk-
footballs.
Is he talking about caddies as being the receptacles that you put your different buffet foods into?
I mean, it can't be. A cheese football is a crisp. It's like a round.
Yeah.
What's it?
Yeah, but if you like, I've got a thing which always comes out for a buffet, which is like a big tray which has different sections to put your
Yeah.
different foods in.
Okay.
So I'm wondering if he's thinking that you put whether he's referring to that as a caddy, and you put each one is I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, let's touch on crisps though. What Harry? You said Pringles. Absolutely not.
Oh,
Is
we're
there-
going Pringles.
Are you?
Yeah.
No, I'll go for a kettle chip.
Oh, kettle chips. They are.
Oh, very.
absolute
Well, it's
ones.
Christmas, isn't it?
Oh,
Yeah.
very, very highbrow, Michael.
Well, when
Yeah.
you're having champagne, I'm having kettle chips. You know.
Lovely.
Delicious.
Oh, we could
Uh,
have what a party we'd have together.
But what would you have though? Flavor.
Crisp wise,
Yeah. Flavor.
oh, salt and vinegar. I like salt and vinegar.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, I wouldn't muck around with it too much. I wouldn't go anything too controversial. I wouldn't be delving into the realms of sweet chili. I'd be keeping it pretty simple.
I like the black pepper ones.
Oh yeah,
They're my favourite kettle
Yeah.
chips, gotta say.
Yeah,
Gotta say, I
yeah.
wouldn't eat a cheese football. I mean, they're on my list of, along with quiche. I mean,
Oh.
they're absolutely disgusting. Cheese
Well, this-
footballs.
You like?
Don't you
Do you
find-
like what's it?
Well, I can eat a what's it, but a cheese football. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like it's got cheese in the middle, right? Or am
No.
I thinking about something
No,
different?
no, just a round. What's it?
It's
Oh,
just
what?
around what's it?
What am I thinking of then?
Oh, I
Where
don't
you
know.
get you get sort of cheese in the middle.
Not sure about that, Harry.
Oh, I don't
No.
know. Oh well,
Not
something-
sure.
Something with the York fruits, but yeah. So so kettle chips for me, definitely.
Okay. Harry.
Yes.
I believe there's encouragement to hear about the anecdote when your sister fed your child cherry trifle.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was my encouragement, but
Okay.
yeah. No, that was a couple of years ago, 2 years ago, and they came for Christmas dinner.
Yes.
And they brought a trifle, delicious, and we had
Right.
it after. We had it with pudding because no one actually. I mean, I know we'll probably touch on this next week, but no one actually likes Christmas pudding, do they? Really?
Oh, okay.
Save it. Anyway, the trifles and my son Hal ate quite a lot of this trifle, and then it was discovered that there was quite a lot of sherry in the bottom, and soaking into the sponge. And we so we then had a family Zoom thing with various family members.
Oh yeah.
From around the world, including my brother's parents-in-law, who are very nice people. And halfway through the Zoom, my son had to rush outside shouting, "I'm going to be sick," and
Oh,
threw
no.
up. Threw up.
Alcohol poisoning.
Yeah, all over the terrace, and these,
Oh,
Oh,
these poor people were like, "Oh my life, what is this?"
oh,
Yeah, and that's it.
oh,
Yeah, and
oh.
so we still laugh about Auntie Jane's trifle.
oh.
It's a much hilarity now.
All I can say is fair play for him not getting it on the carpet. Rushing
Yeah.
outside, very good.
Very
Yeah,
good.
yeah, that was. I mean, he must have been genuinely ill because, he didn't just purposely stay on the carpet to throw up, which is the sort of thing he does. That was also the Christmas day that my wife had lit a festive candle in the downstairs loo, and he came out of the downstairs loo with his Christmas hat on fire.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. He was flambéed.
And he hadn't actually had any trifle at that point. But I
Oh,
mean,
dear.
Did he come out screaming knowing it was on fire, or did you notice it that it was like some Home Alone incident?
Yeah, no, I've embellished that slightly. He wasn't wearing it, but he did accidentally set fire to his Christmas a cracker hat in the downstairs loo, and as you can imagine, made the most of it.
Okay. Andy says, not Buffet related, but can you do a shout out on your next pod for Sarah Lovegrove Mills? She's a huge fan. So,
wow,
Sarah, that's I don't know how sarcastic Andy's being with that, but Sarah, a shout out to you. Sarah then responds by saying, I remember buffet food in a big office being a nightmare. Which, I can imagine it would be. Crumbs all over the keyboard, people judging you for eating too much or too little, and the inevitable argument about margarine versus butter that would ensue.
Yes.
But I think we're all in agreement it has to be real butter at this time of year.
Yes.
And you could. I mean, and the kitchen ovens are very small. So how are you going to bake all those potatoes? It's going to be very.
Dave says, have you ever tried Kerry Katona's prawn ring? And I don't think he's being smutty. Yes, Iceland. In recent years, I have
been to Iceland.
I have got a bit more involved on the frozen stuff. So I actually do have prawns as part of my buffet now.
Oh, here we go.
But
right.
they're not the little raw ones.
Fish.
They're the air fried. They're the air fried ones of like in breadcrumbs, like a king prawn.
So these for prawns for people that don't really like prawns.
Yeah. Exactly that. Yeah, it tastes a bit like scampi, really.
To dip them in some sweet chili sauce or something like that.
Yes, exactly that, Harry.
Yeah, got it.
Exactly that.
Yes.
So, I mean, there are all sorts of weird and wonderful, mini bites that you can get from in the frozen aisle at this time of year. Mini pizzas.
Yeah, my wife's absolute favourite. Yeah, Joe loves a mini pizza.
Yeah, little Indian section of bhajis and samosas. Yeah, pakoras.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, very nice. Very, very nice. Right, boys, our time is up. But we will be back next week talking about the actual Christmas. We'll call it Christmas dinner for now.
Yeah.
And we can debate that some more next week. AOB, though, Lewis, you want to mention your tree?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I've been very worried over the last few weeks about your tree, Michael, that went up quite some time ago. And it appears in my worry for your tree, I've taken my eye off of mine.
Oh, no.
Phone call yesterday from Matthew, our eldest, saying the dog had just been to tell him that there was a problem by whining at the door.
Right.
Arrived in the living room. Our Christmas tree currently resides sprawled across all of the living room with decorations everywhere. Whether the dog did this or not is up for debate. But I don't know whether it just slipped in its base or whether the dog pulled it over.
Or you hadn't secured it properly.
Well, that is the question. Yes, that is possibly there. Yeah, I'd like to say it was. If that was the case, it was a joint effort between Joe and myself. So we're equally at fault for our now slightly destroyed, bare-looking Christmas tree.
Oh dear.
So hope your Christmas tree's okay, Mike, because mine certainly isn't.
Yeah, I was thinking that ours was going to be bolder than you by this point, but at the moment, it's all good. All good. It's hanging in there. So, how long have we got? Another 3 weeks yet, nearly, that it's got to last, but we'll see. I'm quite happy to kick it out of Boxing Day, to be honest.
What? No.
Yeah.
Oh,
you can't do that.
Oh, you people. Oh,
Quite happy to kick it out of Boxing
just
Day.
you
Take down the
people.
decks. Yeah.
Oh, that. What happens when you? That's what happens when you put it up in October.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit over it all by now, I'll be honest. But there we go. Harry, AOB from you, mate?
No. Very much looking forward to our get together, our festive get together tomorrow to discuss
our Christmas meal.
Yeah, the Christmas meal. And I'm sure stories will come out from there for next week. But I don't think I have anything else to add at this juncture.
Have I? Anyway, much love to you, lovely listeners. Phil and myself and Lewis and Harry will be back next week for the big one, the Christmas special, the official Christmas special. But for now, take care, and we'll see you on the other side. Bye bye.
Cheerio. Bye.